Even the fellow PC guy, he's got your name on there now. Your name is showing up on this now. And by the way, PC guy, we know your real name and your address, and we know exactly where you live at. So we have all your information. Matrix went out, and the other fellow you ticked off is another guy that he ticked off online. I got nothing to do with that. That's between you and him. This guy dug the earth up on you. Matter of fact, he dug the earth on your entire family tree. That's why I said one day you have to be really careful the kind of people you speak and how you speak to them. But anyway, we know where you're at. So I guess now, unless you can figure out if the other guy's framing you or not, we have to blame you for this. Yeah, well, that's you guys at the end of the day. I mean, that's the road you're traveling down. That's the road you're traveling down. He hasn't been putting out too much content because he's afraid. He shouldn't be afraid. You got somebody ticked off at him that basically is beyond his level. So somebody's using it now. That's you at the end of the day. I think that's you, ain't it? I tell you, people follow the devil. That's what they do. Now we got to do what we got to do on our end. I got to go down. I got to go file more charges. We have the guy who calls himself PC, whatever your name. We don't call you that, but only one person has the right to be called King, and that's Jesus. But we have all your information. We'll begin the process. I just need evidence. That's all I need. You go online talking about a computer at the end of the day. There's nothing about that. There's nothing we can't charge you on that. But you sending stuff and using my face without my permission, that's a different story. That I can't charge you with. Houston, Texas, huh? PC guy. That's where you're located at. We know where you're at, man. I told you, you ticked somebody off at the end of the day. You know who ticked off this guy at the end of the day. You wouldn't even know who he's a part of. Yeah, he ticked off somebody at the end of the day. And keep in mind, gentlemen, all this action that you do, this back and forth nonsense, it's not going to affect my company. You're going to jail. You told you that. You're being souped up by God. You are going to jail. You're going to go through the system. That's what's going to happen. And if you don't get saved, you know what's going to happen to you? You're going to hell. So when you send us stuff like that, we already know you're already in bed with the devil. We already know the outcome of your life. You're going to burn in a lake of fire forever because you refuse to pick up your cross and follow God. That's what makes you sad. If you find out you owe anything, you have any kind of money, we're taking it. We got to sue you for it. You get $1 million lawsuits. You don't have that type of money. So you subjected your family, you subjected your kids, you can lose your house or you will lose your house. You got to pay that money back. You got to come out of somebody. You got to pay it. This is $1 million lawsuit. Where are you going to get $1 million from to pay us? How are you going to come up with that kind of money? We know where you're at. I hired a cyber investigator to figure out where you guys were all located. They were able to find you. So, if we know where you're at, then guess what? That means that the police will know where you're at, DA will know where you're at, they'll know where you're at at the end of the day. You didn't get away with anything. McAfee, another person. We know exactly where you're at. So, by saying that, it's because we had to hire people to figure out where you're at. There's no point in looking up somebody if they didn't do anything to us. You do anything to us, there's no point in looking up for what? You didn't do anything. But people that are out there committing these crimes and doing these things and then carrying on and acting up on that level, yeah. We had to hire somebody to figure out where you're at, so we'll serve you for court. Gentlemen, I'll be seeing you in court shortly, just so you know that. Lawsuits and prison time is coming. And mind you, minimum, it's 50 years is what we're going to request for. All mail here now will be directed to the attorney's office, and the attorney will be out in reach with anyone in your building, your landlords, anyone. They'll be in contact with all of them and let them know at the end of the day we are filing lawsuits. All right, with that being said, I got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.
Okay, Ken, so which one is it? Did your so-called PC expert level 16 friend, Matrix, locate me? Or did you hire someone? Make your mind up. If it was your friend, Matrix, then he's not very good. If you hired someone, then I suggest you ask for a refund because I can promise you I don't live in Houston, Texas. Now, I can't promise you that I live in the United States or even Canada, but if you're so confident that you have my full address, full name, and even my family tree, go ahead and let everybody know. I'll wait. And you're going to sue me for $1 million and you have evidence? I literally have no idea what you're talking about, but please humor me and expose this so-called evidence you have. Why wait until the end of the year? Do it now, you little bitch. I am the PC king, and you know that. You're so scared of me, you can't even say who I am.